Have you ever felt like you're talking to a brick wall? Like no matter what you say or do, the other person just doesn't get it, or worse, doesn't care? If you've been in a relationship with a narcissist, this feeling is probably all too familiar. It's not just that they won't do certain things, it's that they literally can't. Today we're diving deep into 10 things a narcissist will never do, because their entire personality is built to prevent them from doing so. Understanding this is key to your healing and moving forward. First on the list, and it's a big one, a narcissist will never genuinely apologize. Have you ever gotten one of those "I'm sorry you feel that way" apologies? That's not a real apology. It's a classic narcissistic deflection. For them, apologizing means admitting fault, and admitting fault shatters their illusion of perfection. Their fragile ego can't handle it. A true apology requires empathy and accountability, two things they're severely lacking. They might say the words "I'm sorry" if they think it will manipulate you into staying or stopping an argument, but there's no real remorse behind it. It's just a tool to get what they want. Number 2, a narcissist will never accept genuine accountability. This goes hand in hand with the non-apology. When something goes wrong, it's always someone else's fault. Always. It could be your fault, their boss's fault, the weather's fault, literally anyone or anything but them. They live in a self-constructed reality where they are flawless. Accepting responsibility would mean acknowledging a crack in that perfect facade. So instead, they become masters of blame shifting. They'll twist the story, deny reality, and gaslight you until you start questioning your own sanity, all to avoid taking ownership of their actions. Third, a narcissist will never practice true empathy. They can be incredibly skilled at faking it, a skill called cognitive empathy. They can intellectually understand what you're supposed to feel in a certain situation, and they'll mimic the appropriate response to appear caring. They might say, "Oh, that must be so hard for you," but they don't actually feel your pain. It's a performance. Genuine emotional empathy, the ability to share and feel another's emotions, is completely foreign to them. Their world revolves around their own feelings and needs, leaving no room for anyone else's. Number 4, a narcissist will never truly love you unconditionally. Their love is transactional and conditional. They love what you do for them, how you make them look, and the narcissistic supply you provide, the attention, admiration, and validation they crave. It's not about you as a person, it's about your function in their life. The moment you stop fulfilling that function, or you start setting boundaries and demanding respect, that love can turn to devaluation and rage in an instant. True, unconditional love is about accepting someone, flaws and all, and that's something a narcissist is incapable of. Fifth on our list, a narcissist will never engage in fair, healthy conflict resolution. To them, every disagreement is a battle for dominance. It's not about finding a middle ground or understanding your perspective. It's about winning. They'll use tactics like stonewalling, verbal abuse, bringing up past mistakes, and playing the victim to disarm you and secure victory. They don't fight fair because the goal isn't resolution. The goal is to prove they are right and you are wrong, reinforcing their sense of superiority. Number 6, a narcissist will never respect your boundaries. In fact, they see your boundaries as a personal challenge, a direct attack on their entitlement. When you say no or set a limit, they hear "try harder." They will push, prod, and manipulate to see how far they can go, often making you feel guilty or selfish for having boundaries in the first place. To them, you are an extension of themselves, and extensions don't get to have their own rules. Respecting your boundaries would mean acknowledging you as a separate, autonomous individual, which goes against their entire worldview. Coming in at number 7, a narcissist will never be happy for your success. On the surface, they might offer a congratulatory smile or a hollow "good for you." But underneath, your success is a threat. It triggers their deep-seated envy and insecurity. Your accomplishments can make them feel inferior, so they'll often try to diminish your achievements. They might say, "Oh, you were just lucky," or immediately steer the conversation back to their own, more impressive accomplishments. They can't celebrate you because in their mind, there's only room for one person in the spotlight, them. Number 8. A narcissist will never be genuinely vulnerable. Vulnerability is the cornerstone of intimacy and connection. It's about letting your guard down and showing your true, imperfect self. For a narcissist, this is terrifying. Their entire identity is a carefully constructed mask of superiority and invincibility. Being vulnerable would mean exposing the insecure, empty core they work so hard to hide. They might feign vulnerability to manipulate you, sharing a sob story to gain your sympathy. But it's a calculated move, not a genuine act of opening up. 9th, and this is a painful one to accept. A narcissist will never change for you or for anyone else. Many of us stay in these relationships hoping that if we just love them enough or do the right thing, they'll see the light and change. This is a false hope. Narcissistic personality disorder is a deeply ingrained, pervasive pattern. They don't see anything wrong with themselves. They see the problem as being with everyone else. Because they lack self-awareness and the motivation to look inward, meaningful, lasting change is virtually impossible. Finally, number 10. A narcissist will never give you closure. When the relationship ends, they won't sit down and have a mature conversation about what went wrong. They won't give you answers or take any responsibility. Instead, they will likely just disappear or discard you, leaving you with a storm of confusion, unanswered questions, and a profound sense of invalidation. This is intentional. By denying you closure, they maintain a sense of power and control, even after they're gone. They leave you hanging, which keeps you psychologically hooked and makes it harder for you to move on. Recognizing these patterns is the first crucial step toward freedom. It's not about you not being good enough, it's about them being incapable. If this video resonated with you, please know you're not alone. The journey to healing is real, and it starts with understanding the truth. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on navigating difficult relationships and reclaiming your life. Thank you for watching.